one single sort of important aspect of astrology and I guess witchery, or even on a spiritual sort of level, are definitely the elements, of course, because they are brought in every aspect of our life, you know. So, and I'll do these in different languages, but I'm going to start with English. The element of earth, which is the most stable and dependable element, it represents abundance and prosperity and wealth. Now, it's a creative element, but more practically creative rather than, so if you take painting and art for such, it's more woodwork and designing things practically. It's obviously all physical manner. It sustains all life, and the other elements rest upon all that life. So it's very important. The direction is north. The metals are iron and lead. Obviously, the star signs are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. When we look at Earth, it's about the body and growth, it is about money and abundance, but it doesn't mean it has to be about, mass load of money. It is about material gain, but again, it's very different to everyone. It's about birth and death, fertility, obviously, healing, rocks, trees, animals, manifestation, materialization, crystals, silence, metal, empathy, grounding, employment, lots of stability, success, ruins, strength, practical wisdom, and mystery. The type of usual magic that's done regarding the earth would be gardening, grounding, any drawing like magnetizing magic, imagery magic, stone, tree, knot, and binding magic is all done usually as the element earth being its main focus. Colours usually are black, brown, green, and gold, white. The season is actually winter. The magical tools are pentacle, salt, images, stones, and card magic or ruins. It's usually midnight or nighttime that's better for this kind of magic. The energy is feminine but very receptive. Excuse me, guys. Now, there's different gemstones you can use for earth: rock crystal, emeralds, onyx, jasper, amethyst, tourmaline, many different quartz, obviously, because quartz is important to the earth. The plants are cedar, cypress, comfrey, honeysuckle, ivy, grains, magnolia, patchouli, primrose, sage, vetiver, nuts, and oak. Usual animals are cow or bull, bison, stag, dog, horse, gopher, ant, bears, and wolves. The goddesses best used with earth are Ceridwen, Demeter, Gaia, Persephone, Ipona, Hora, Ma, Prithipa, Rhea, and Rihanna. The gods are Adonis, Athos, Aron, Geranos, Josus, Helni, Marduk, Pan. Now, Tammuz and Thor. Obviously, Thor's a very odd one because not many people do use him anymore. Not that I know of, anyway. But he is, you know, you can still work with that energy for definite. The spiritual element is obviously has a direction that is centre and circumference throughout and about. So it's north, east, south and west. It's within and without, up and down. I mean, it's everywhere. There's a lack of dimension to it and a lack of direction because it's everywhere. It's very a transformation type energy that brings change because it's everywhere and nowhere. It's within and without. You know, it's transcending as well. It can be projective and receptive. Now, it's more of sort of like a outer space, you know, like the whole void really, because it's everywhere, like I said. It's definitely brilliant in nature, enlightenment, spiritual knowledge, seeing and understanding. It helps with karmic paths in life and finding your life path. White, black, clear, purple are the best colours. It's a preconception type of point of life, and it's all about soul and the soulness of others. The turning wheel, all yet none is a season. So it's because it's our spiritual element. It's throughout, it's everywhere, so that means it's in every season. I mean, it just it's hard to explain, but it just is, isn't it? You know, the cauldron and incense are great magical tools. Hearing is one of the best tools to use regarding spirit. You know, when they say listen to the wind, listen to the trees and the whispers, that's because we are very much spiritually connected to our hearing. The stones and the jewels. There are no actual stones, but there's metals and meteorite. Very good for air. Mistletoe, the flowering almond tree, are also plants that connected with air. The sphinx and maste are the animals connected with air. Musical instruments, the infinity, the cosmos, Godhead, and the creator symbols all attract air. Or not air, sorry, spiritual element. I keep saying air. So the goddesses are Isis and the secret name of the goddess, and Shekinah, depends how you pronounce it. The gods are Akasha, Jah, and Thor. Again, Thor's in there a few times, but this is spiritual element. It works very closely with air, because it works on that spiritual sense of us, with the spirit being ever-changing and being able to flow everywhere. Well, that's what air actually does, doesn't it? So, yeah, you'll find that spiritual and air are very, like, bound and connected, more so. The element of water is, it's subconscious mind, but it's intuition, but it's definitely more regarding our emotional state, our emotions from within. It's a very primal substance of life, isn't it? And it's very much symbolised by the womb and fertility, because with it being the substance of life and very primal, that's why obviously fertility and the symbol of the womb comes into play. It's west and the season's autumn. The signs are obviously Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So I know that it's very emotional and it's all about our feelings and love, but it also is brilliant for anything to do with the womb, friendship, happiness, dreams, marriage, you know, menstruation problems, cleansing, purification, vision quests, self-beating, which is like obviously something from within that we need to work on again. It's good for things like that, so breaking bad habits. It's brilliant. It'll get rid of sorrow. It's great for reflection, as in a reflective treatment of what we need to change. Now, it is obviously associated with all sorts of waters in the oceans, the rivers, lakes, rain, springs, wells, anywhere really. And you can also invoke the snow and ice, mirror, magnet, because in order to enhance psychic ability, sometimes it's a very good idea to do reflective magic and visions through any type of water, regardless whether it be snow, ice, running, it doesn't matter. The colours are blue, bluey green, green, grey, indigo, aquamarine and white. The chalice, cauldron and mirrors are the tools. The energy is receptive and feminine. The time is twilight and dusk. The metals are mercury, silver and copper. The gemstones are aquamarine, amethyst, blue tourmaline, pearl, coral, blue topaz, blue fluorite, lapis lazuli and sodite. The plants are aloes, apple, catnip, chamomile, ferns, gardenia, lemon, lettuce, different lilies, not all of them, mainly it's the lily of the valley, lotus, mosses, orris, passion flower, rose, seaweeds, thyme, valerian, water lilies, and plants of the willow tree. The animals usually are all fish, shellfish, sea mammals, serpents, seabirds, but also the cat, the frog, the turtle, swan and the bear. Goddesses are Aphrodite, Isis, Maramen, Mari, Dhamma, Yama. There is, I think it's Oran and Kapafa, Kapafa as well. They are not usually used as such, but can be gods. We have Dila, Manana, Osiris, Neptune, Poseidon, and Arona. Now it depends how you want to pronounce that. Some people do call him Varuna. It varies depending on how you've learned, of course. Everybody's different, and that's what makes the world so wonderful. We were always saying it would be quite boring, I believe. Now, element of air. Now, like I say, it's very much like the spirited away. Mental processes of the mind is very creative, but more of a imagination type, painting, stories, things like that. Now, it will cause any magical intentions to manifest, which is also what spirit does. It's associated with the higher consciousness and wisdom, divination and purification. Now, that's why we usually use sage to cleanse, etc., because we're actually using the element air within anything that we cleanse with or burn, aren't we? Direction is east. The season is spring. The signs are Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's all to do with the mind, mental and psychic work, intuition, knowledge, abstract thought through the wind, breath, clouds, inspiration, hearing, herbal knowledge, plant growth, purification and freedom, revealing the truth, finding lost things, instruction, telepathy, memory, and learning the secrets of the dead, Zen meditation, new beginnings and illumination. The best kind of magic is divination, concentration, prophecy, visualization, wind magic and karma. That's my dougal having a scratch beside of me. Via fame, sword, censer and incense of magical tools. Time of day is dawn and the energy is projective. The gemstones are aventurine, topaz, mica, fluorite, amethyst are the crystals, yellow or blue stones. The plants are acacia, anise, aspen, benzoin, clover, dill, frankincense, lavender and lemongrass, myrrh, pine, primrose, vervain violet and yarrow. Metals are tin and copper. Animals are birds, insects and spiders. The goddess Saradia. That's how I do go having a walk now, it's buggered off. Ariarahot, Athena, Thais and Urania. The gods are Mercury, Hermes, Shu and Thoth again. Thoth is in quite a few, but I've only put him in A. I think he is better with that than the others. Now the element of fire is it's change and the passion. It's physical and spiritual, actually. Sexuality, divinity. Fire magic's very quick to manifest what's needed, and it's another real primal energy. Direction is south. The season is summer. The astrological signs Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So very much energetic, sexuality, passions, love, authority, transformation, purification. Candle flames, obviously, the most used. Bonfires, earth fire, blood, sun, healing, destruction, will, creativity, heat. Bonfires are used in celebrations a lot. It's usually a hearth bonfire. It's very good for the physical self, as in healthy wise and exercise. Self-knowledge, loyalty, visions, illumination and power. Best magic is candle magic, stone magic, time magic. Metals are gold and brass. The colours are red, gold, crimson, orange and white. The best tools are wand, candles, dagger, burnt herbs or requests on paper. The time is noon. The energy is projective masculine. The gemstones are red jasper, bloodstone, garnet, lava quartz crystals, ruby, carnelian, tiger's eye, rhodochrosite, agates, all good. Plants are allspice, basil, cacti, chili pepper, cinnamon, garlic, heliotrope, hibiscus, juniper, lime, mustard, nettle, onion, orange, red peppers and red poppies, thistle and the almond tree. The animals are lions, lizards, obviously salamanders, snakes, praying mantis and the ladybug, bee, scorpion, shark, phoenix, coyote and the fox. The goddesses are Bridget, Freya, Hestia, Pele and Vesta, or Vesta, depends. It is V-E though, V-E-S-T-A, but I was always learnt to pronounce it properly in Latin. It would be Vesta. So gods, and here's another one, Vulcan or Vulcan, Ra, Ani, Horus. Be very careful with Horus, and hepatitis, gosh, I can't even pronounce him, but hepatitis, but that one's, I wasn't going to actually bring it up, but anyway, it's very old and I'd say avoid. Be careful with Horus because his energy is weird. It's quite, he's quite headstrong. You will need a very good sense of balance and power to be able to handle that type of energy that you're bringing in. Yeah, and I do apologise, obviously. I can't help that I'm ill and breathing can be an issue, and saying, you know, being able to talk smoothly can be an issue now, so I apologise. Just do my best, basically. Anyway, that's the elements. I will be doing them in various languages, so if you would like them in Latin, I'll be doing that. Espanol, I'll be doing that. Probably do British, Italian. Let's see how